So we have a question for you. Would you buy a house where a murder or other violent crime was committed? Well, a poll by the New York Post reported that 30% of you wouldn't be deterred by their house being the scene of a major crime. One big poll for people when it comes to buying a murder house, the price. Anybody here, would you buy a murder house?
Absolutely.
What?
Yes.
You have an imprint there.
So you get some sage it up in there, and then reset the energy. I mean, any house that was owned by somebody before you, there have been some terrible arguments in there. If you knew, like, oh, here's what she called her husband in this room. Like, there's not the same. There's bad energy. You got to, like, change that up. You got to flip it up. Bring some good energy in there.
I take back what I said about you about the airplane.
Yeah. Would you not live in a murder house?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not. I grew up like a couple blocks away from John Wayne Gacy's house, where the murders were.
Horrific.
Yeah, and I took Jordan there last time she was in town from like my parents' house to there, and I was saying to myself, I don't care if you gave me that house for free. I would never, ever live there. You live in John Wayne Gacy's house?
Yeah. What am I supposed to? What?
No, you're gonna. There's.
I don't know if
there's a house there.
You feel it. I lived in a house that had some trauma in it. It was an apartment actually in Hollywood, and I knew something was up in there. It felt heavy. So I had a team of people come in. They put holy water on the walls.
A team of people.
How'd you get this
My
team?
friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you
Team of
holy
this.
water?
I had my friend Amanda. Amanda put holy water on the walls.
Lost you the deposit.
She lined the entire perimeter with salt and crystals.
Oh, wow.
How do you know if it worked?
I don't know, but I did have some of my neighbors be like, why is there salt and crystals around our... And then she put garlic under pillows.
Oh,
she did
wow.
all sorts of stuff, and I promise you, I felt the energy clear.
Wow.
But I was glad to move out of there.
Yes, and so are your neighbors with the garlic all over the place.
Why is it steamy over here?
We gotta take it a step further. Would you be willing to vacation in a luxury resort on the disgraced Epstein Island?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, news outlets are talking about a potential rebranding of the Virgin Islands island as a vacation destination in 2025.
No.
So would you be able to go there? Tori, not at all.
I just think there's too much pain. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be able to go there.
Again,
There's
you would
so many
feel
other
it,
places.
right?
I would feel it. I'd also feel weird like flying in. I don't know. There's other places to go.
Have you guys read world history at all?
No, it's
That's
everything.
a good point.
Where are you guys from?
Yeah, that's
Do you know
true.
what happens when you land in France?
I know.
Do you know where the Civil War was fought?
Yeah,
Are you
I know,
guys
you're
serious
right.
right now? What are you,
You're-
7?
I know, you're
Grow
right.
up.
You're right.
The world is awful.
Okay, you don't have to be insulting. We said
It's
you're
crazy.
right.
No, he's got a point.
You wouldn't be able to set foot anywhere on the planet.
I think vacationing or visiting somewhere where something horrific happened and living there
They're different.
is, in my mind, two different things.
Could you vacation on the Epstein Island?
Well, I'm not going to say yeah.
I need to see
I'm
the
not going to say yeah, but
package
maybe
first.
give it some time.
Is
but-
there snorkeling included?
But Al makes a good point. I mean,
Yeah, he's
horrific.
right.
Have you visited the Coliseum?
Right.
How many murders?
Right.
have
And
been
I
there?
did.
And I love it. I love
felt
that stuff.
heavy.
Did you bring the garlic?
Did you bring the garlic?
Because I wasn't going to move into the Coliseum, Al.
Okay. All right.
You know what's weird? My house is 1925 was built. I think how many people?
You have trauma there.
Right. And how many people saw JFK die, the landing on the moon, FDR,
What does the landing on the moon have to do with your house?
Just how many emotions went
Right.
through in that house?
Yeah,
You
there's
mean
emotion.
people
The
were in there?
60s, the 70s, the 80s.
Have you properly...
Tori's just sentence fragments.
Have you properly reset the energy there?
I don't think so. I don't think I have.
That's very honest.
Is anyone questioning the moon landing a little bit?
No.
I watch too many things on my
Jeff.
iPhone is like it's sending
Your
me things.
algorithm.
Your algorithm needs to change, buddy.
Why haven't we gone back? I'm really starting to
I
think
sent
why
you
haven't
a
we gone?
text.
We've been talking.
We've been talking. They're going to orbit again, and I'd send it.
Why don't they land?
Well, they need more
We've already
equipment.
discovered what
Why
we
don't we talk to
discovered.
somebody on this show that has walked on the moon? There's been 12 people, I think.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk to somebody? I have a podcast. I'm getting somebody that walked on the moon on my podcast. I'm not joking. I'm really a little bit.